Howdy!
Good morning, everybody.
I bet you guys wondered when we were about to show our face again in front of the cameras, huh? It's been a couple of weeks. Yeah.
That flu is a nasty bug. 3 weeks now.
Yeah.
3 weeks now. My goodness. So hopefully our voices will hold out.
Yes. So what are we going to be talking about here, dear?
Thank you so much, everybody, for all of your cards and your wonderful gifts. Beautiful tapestry.
Nice tapestry, yes.
I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's got lights inside of it that are flickering. And Christy.
Very beautiful.
Thank you for the hoodies.
Yes.
Beautiful.
VAA.
Show me what it says on the back.
You're going to have to line me up with the camera here.
Up a little bit. Kim Mikey, YouTube. Yeah. Awesome.
Now Kim and I become a walking billboard.
Exactly. So
yes,
thank you so much for everything.
So much.
And Mark and Cora, love you guys. You know, I don't know if you can see them in between the cards here. Mark and Cora just completed our Imperial Bible Dictionary set. So thank you so much,
They've
dear
actually
friends.
been gathering these for a year. So
Over
Mark and
year.
Cora, thank you so much.
Speechless.
We're just humbled. We're truly humbled.
Speechless.
Love.
And love you guys so
That's
much.
Expressed.
And we know what you're doing, so go kick some Watchtower ass.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, pay close attention to what I'm about to say. I want you to plant your boot so far up Watchtower's ass that they're going to have to clear their throat just to fart.
Wow. So, we finally have our voices back to do a video, but we just got an elder's letter, as you can see, and it's dated December 15th, 2017. Now, what's interesting about this is it is the 2017 service year report. And so this is the official report now, and it's not up on jw.org yet. Now, Jerry Jones called Mikey yesterday, and he said that he has a recording, and if I remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, a circuit overseer from the platform said, "We have 9 million members now."
You'll have to confirm that with Jerry Jones. I don't recall if it was specifically a circuit overseer or an elder, but there is some discrepancy from what was recorded as to what's on paper right here.
Yeah. We're pleased to share encouraging highlights from the 2017 service year report. If they're encouraging, then why aren't they up on the website yet?
Oh, yeah, true. And if they're encouraging, why are they still merging congregations and why are they still closing congregations? Guys, there's a mystery afoot.
Well, it mentions that in here.
Oh, okay.
It's because of the tremendous growth.
The tremendous growth, yeah.
The peak publishers. Now, I emphasize the word peak because this is not the average. We know the peak publishers' numbers are always off. Is 8,457,107. So that's not much of an increase. Jehovah's People spent a total of 2 billion hours in the ministry, a 3.1% increase from last year.
But that's still misleading because when they say spent in the ministry doesn't necessarily mean door knocking. It means just standing by these little literature cards playing video games while, people are just walking by and the mouth of these Jehovah's Witnesses are shut. Or the only time that the mouth of these Jehovah's Witnesses are open is when they say, "I can't take you apostates attacking us. I'm going to go. Pack up and leave. Pack up and leave."
We're going to bring that out later, too.
Yeah. This is just a joke, people.
We are especially encouraged to see a 7.4% increase in the number baptized. With a total of 284,212. This is evidence that we take seriously our commission to make disciples. Now, what I did is I took this number that were baptized and I subtracted it from their 8.4 million total, and it only gives me 8.1 million. So what happened to the other 200,000 witnesses from last year?
Yeah, what happened? and really, if your numbers are pretty much running equal from what they were in the previous years, then why are you selling Kingdom Halls? Why are you combining Kingdom Halls? What you're printing here and trying to present to the mentally asleep Jehovah's Witness is not what the evidence is leading to.
We were delighted to see that the average number of regular pioneers was 1.2 million.
Yeah.
This was an 8.6% increase. But look at how much easier service
Well,
is.
yes.
You can leave your literature cart out front on the sidewalk, and you can go into Starbucks and get a coffee and sit there and play
It's
Candy
still-
Crush on your
It's
phone.
still count time. Come on, this is just a flippin' joke, Watchtower. I mean, we can see through this now.
Yeah, I can say that I know for a fact that is what someone does to get their service time. They are fully awake, so they take their literature cart and they park it somewhere, like in a park or out on the sidewalk, and they go get their latte and they actually sit and play Candy Crush on their phone.
And this,
And for those of you that don't know, it's a Facebook game.
yeah, but now let me make sure I heard you correctly. You said this was an awake Jehovah's Witness?
Fully awake
And then-
JW who has to remain in because of family. So this is why we can laugh at Watchtower's numbers, because how many of this 2 billion hours is spent on their phone playing Candy Crush or video games?
Yeah, it's flipping ridiculous.
Or watching our videos on their
Oh,
phone.
yeah. yeah. That I recommend.
Yeah. Significant features of the service year report will soon be available on jw.org and in the JW library.
Significant? I guarantee you, Watchtower, you're not going to show your significant Jehovah's Witnesses packing up the literature carts and leaving, because you cannot tolerate what the XJW community, you cannot tolerate what the vast apostate army is doing. But the thing is, this is brilliant, because here they are saying that significant features, and you're going to put up all the positive things about what you're doing with these stupid little literature carts, while the vast apostate army is putting up videos showing that we're chasing you away.
Well, I was going to say, I've got a clip here in a few minutes that I'm going to show. You want to know a significant feature? Some of these elders and Jehovah's Witnesses are getting vicious. And I do mean vicious.
Yep.
And threatening. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. Okay, the Watchtower Online Library and Watchtower Library. These figures provide compelling evidence of Jehovah's blessing on our work.
Well, should I let the cat out of the bag now, or wait till you're done with this?
Well, what cat are you going to let out of the bag?
Let's just finish this first.
Throughout our branch territory, it is evident that Jehovah is searching for those rightly disposed for everlasting life in the language of their heart. Now you can give them a little tiny taste of the documentary we're working on.
Okay. I want to thank Bonnie so much for just sharing 3 scriptures with me. Bonnie, I've talked to you on the phone. Oh, by the way, this is a little joke between Bonnie and I. Bonnie, really, I gotta go. I
heard that a lot yesterday.
Yes, I love you, dear sister, and you are an angel in disguise. And I mean that. Friends, Bonnie shared with me 3 scriptures that sent me on a journey. And I mentioned this last time, that I have to be so careful with what I'm doing. I actually have to script it out.
Well, I want to mention, too, that she's actually taking a theology class or a rabbinical class.
Rabbinical class. She's actually finished that up.
Okay.
And I want you to know that I have got 17 pages of notes, front and back, that we're going to be presenting in this
Well, we chose
documentary type style video.
Well, I was going to say, we chose to do it in a documentary style.
And I don't know that if we're professional enough to pull that off, but I will say that you are going to need your Bibles. You are going to need paper and pen or pencil, because I have come up with 30-something scriptures to prove what I'm getting at in this particular video. To some Christians, it's going to be very earth-shattering.
Maybe even a little controversial.
Maybe even, yes. To some Christians, it might shake you to the very foundations of your faith.
Or like us, it may make you stronger.
Or like me in particular, it made my faith so much stronger, because all of you know that as ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, we are on a journey to find the truth. And I'm going to be bringing this out, but I have uncovered scriptural evidence that Jehovah God is Satan, the devil himself. And I will prove to this entire community that Watchtower Bible Tract Society revealed this secret, and then they took steps to hide it. And you people are going to want to see what's going to get uncovered. I guarantee it.
Well, I was going to say, I want to just mention that we've uncovered the biggest identity theft from the real Father in the heavens, to what the God in the Bible is.
This is what this becomes. So guys, you're really going to want it to watch this. And Bonnie, again, thank you so much. I'm going to tell you right now, Bonnie, because when Kim and I get ready to do the filming, we've already filmed a portion of it yesterday. We're going to give you guys a little teaser when we're done here. But so that way we're going to get into the thrust of the video. We're going to do away with the pleasantry. So that's why we're kind of like setting this up right here. Bonnie, you also recommended that I use this 1958 Watchtower from the bound volume on Baleism, Ancient Materialistic Religion of Canaan. It's a very good article, but I just really couldn't make it fit in. But I do want to share something from this article. This is great.
Stay tuned. We've got some quotes that will surprise you from literature.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go on with this elder's letter. Blah, 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 bragging about the first ever Cherokee language congregation. Oh, the poor Cherokee Nation. First Swahili language circuit in their branch territory. In addition to those reached in the door-to-door ministry, public witnessing initiatives are reaching more people than ever with the Bible's message. There are over 17,000 publishers participating in the special Metropolitan Public Witnessing Program in 17 locations. Harbor witnessing is now organized in 45 ports, with 4,400 trained publishers boarding cargo and cruise ships in an effort to witness to crew members.
Wow, you see how desperate they are? They are that desperate. Now, who's going to be paying for all of this? Is this once again to have to come out of the pockets of the poor rank and file, while Jehovah's Witnesses, the organization, reap the materialistic benefits for being Bale worshippers?
Well, yeah. But see,
that's how it's going to go.
But see, witnesses can't actually get a job on a cruise ship because you'd miss too many meetings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This just spells absolute desperation.
Oh, you're going to love this one.
Cool.
Public witnessing campaigns organized at large state fairs, and we've already done videos with videos and pictures showing this, and sporting events are exposing millions of individuals to the good news, as well as adding great impetus to this aspect of the preaching work.
So, thank you to the person that leaked us this, because now the vast apostate army now knows that we need to go to the ports. We need to go to the state fairs. We need to go to the sporting events. We need to go to all of these public campaigns that Watchtower is exposing and setting up and telling us where they're going to be, so that we can now hit your carts in those public places. You guys are so stupid in doing this. You can't even comprehend. Oh, Mark, forget it. I'm going to shove my boot so far up Watchtower's ass that they're going to have to ask Satan for permission to fart.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
Where do you get this stuff?
Yeah, it just...
Wow. Wow. Much has also been accomplished in regard to Kingdom Hall usage in the United States branch territory. Wait for it, Mikey. 20 branch planning meetings were held with bodies of elders in metropolitan areas affecting over 2,200 congregations. Implementing non-construction solutions such as merging or relocating congregations has reduced the need for new auditoriums in these areas from 41 to 19.
So what they're saying is that they baptized 284,000, but yet at the same time they're meeting with elders to talk about non-construction solutions. You mean buying portable buildings instead, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this growth is spectacular, friends.
Well, I was going to say, if you've got 284,000 new members, why are you selling so many Kingdom Halls?
Why are you selling Kingdom Halls? You should be building Kingdom. The poor Jehovah's Witness just cannot see the bullshit that's in front of their face.
Yeah. Okay, in these areas from 41 to 19, that's a significant, that's more than half less buildings they need, with a potential savings of millions of dollars.
Saving money.
You're going to need to save those millions of dollars, because for those of you who watched the update I put up from the, I forget what newspaper it was now, sorry about that, but that reporter given a summary, and also I put a link below that video to the Australian Royal Commission summary, and when they were handing all of these case files over
to the lawmakers,
to the president, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So, there's some exciting news, and so if you haven't watched it yet, go watch, the one I just uploaded before this one about the Australian Royal Commission update. Because in one of those articles, the Australian Royal Commission is implementing this fund that is going to have billions of dollars in it for these child abuse victims. And Jeffrey Jackson himself testified under oath that Watchtower would be happy to donate to that fund. So they're going to need these millions of dollars, plus all the other regular lawsuits they have against them at this time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Now we also know, too, that many child abuse survivors have come forward over the Australian Royal Commission and have now filed cases.
Yeah.
So Watchtower even has even more child abuse cases against them in Australia and Canada.
Yep.
Be assured that Jehovah values your faithful service and that he will continue to give you the necessary strength to fully accomplish your ministry in the coming year.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, here again, you're going to need to watch the next video. In fact, after Kim and I get done with all of this, we're actually going to sit down and start recording it, and hopefully we
Finish
can.
it.
We tried to sit down and record it yesterday afternoon, but because of all of the scriptures that we've got, we actually took some time and kind of rehearsed it through a little bit.
And then, of course, we lost our voices, so we couldn't record anything because we were so raspy and coughing. So now I want to give a quote. I actually have the single issue. Not only do I have it up in the bond volume, but as you can see, I have the actual single issue of this Awake. And you guys might want to go to avoidjw.org and get this particular issue. It is the November 8th, 1960. And what's interesting, the articles on the front here, Why Atheism Abounds. Create your own part-time job. Peace-pursuing district assemblies. And blood transfusion of women can kill their babies. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But the article we're going to focus on is on page 27. And it's under one of those little things that they had a series ongoing,
Yeah.
your word is truth. Well, this subject was, do Jehovah's Witnesses hate Catholics?
Jehovah's Witnesses hate all religions. That's why that's why their God Jehovah is gonna annihilate all these religions off the earth.
Yes. But I found this hilarious. The first subheading, calling it homes, not hatred. And they go to tell how even the Catholic Church encouraged their members to go out preaching that this is what they were supposed to do. Okay? Then, let's see, the third paragraph under that subheading. Another priest, John A. O'Brien, writing in the Catholic publication Our Sunday Visitor, said, "A dozen pairs of shoe leather apostles ringing doorbells in every parish would unearth scores of fallen aways and interested non-Catholics. This is the crying need in every parish in America today. Our failure to engage sufficiently in the doorbell apostolate is in sharp contrast with the zeal of our non-Catholic neighbors and is costing us dearly." So I find that interesting that they have this in here, but this is the part I wanted to focus on. On the other hand, note the conflicting suggestion in the same publication, Our Sunday Visitor, in its April 19th, 1959 issue, a priest recommended, "The next time you find it is a witness of Jehovah who has rung your bell, pry his foot out of the door and then slam it. Is it not inconsistent to urge Catholics to go from door to door and tell them that if others do the same, they should be insulted? Who really show hatred here? If Catholics called at the homes of Jehovah's Witnesses to talk about God, the witnesses would not be abusive or disrespectful."
But how disrespectful was it for the Jehovah Witness to shove their foot in the door? Come on!
There used to be an old elder in our congregation in Cottonwood, Arizona that used to brag about doing that.
I was just going to say that. He used to brag about putting their foot in the door so they couldn't shut it. Wow!
Yeah, back to the quote. "If Catholics called at the homes of Jehovah's Witnesses to talk about God, the witnesses would not be abusive or disrespectful, nor would they rudely slam the door in their faces." Now, I just want to stop here, pause, and many of us have watched these videos of an awake Jehovah Witness or an apostate or a freedom fighter, whatever you want to call them, approaching these carts and just asking questions. And even ones who never were Jehovah's Witnesses, approach these carts and are asking questions. What happens? They get rude, they get insulting, some just run away.
One might even point a knife. Yeah.
Nor would they rudely slam the door in their faces. Instead, the caller would be invited in, or if it was convenient, then asked to come back.
No.
No, they don't. Have you ever went to a witness of a Jehovah Witness? Or have you ever gone to the door of a Jehovah Witness? If they recognize you, they won't even answer the door.
Well, hell, they won't even answer the door at the world headquarters when you got, legitimate people with their legitimate cries of complaint, and Watchtower won't even discuss it with them. What the hell, Watchtower? You're over here blowing smoke up everybody's ass when you won't even follow the directives that you've written down here.
Well, I was going to say, we watched a video by Randy M., and I will put the link down below, because they went to try to see their middle daughter, and she ended up calling the police on them.
There you have it.
So to say that you're not rude or disrespectful, this is her parents. Is this the Jehovah's Witnesses' attitude now? Oh, just call the police. If your parents are an apostate, call the police.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, now I want to read a little bit in the next subheading, disagreement, not bigotry. Some say that by disagreeing with church doctrine and practice, Jehovah's Witnesses are bigoted toward Catholics and therefore hate them. The dictionary defines a bigot as one who is obstinately and irrationally, often intolerantly, devoted to his own church, party, belief, or opinion.
That describes the modern day Jehovah Witness.
Really? What?
Come on! God!
Intolerantly?
Don't you just love making these idiots choke on their own words?
Wow. Instead of bigot, you could actually put apostate in there. Because this is how they feel about apostates.
Oh, absolutely.
A bigot, therefore, not only disagrees, but is unreasonable and intolerant. They're talking about themselves.
Yeah.
Not wanting others to have the freedom he enjoys. What about our freedom? freedom to be able to associate with our family.
No, see, this is how freedom is defined these days by the Watchtower Bible Craft Society. We're not going to get rid of the two-witness rule. Not ever. We're going to hold to that bullshit biblical mandate because Jesus Christ said so. Yeah, right.
Not wanting others to have the freedom he enjoys, resorting to persecution if necessary.
Wow.
Most experts will agree that persecution and shunning, that shunning is a persecution.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Jehovah's Witnesses are not intolerant toward adherents of other religions.
Yes, they are. Absolutely they are.
They have not and will never persecute any group. What about the shunning policy? What you do to child abuse victims? That's persecution. They have never encouraged the curbing of other opinions by inciting mobs by police action.
Hey, we get this little group of ex-Jehovah's Witnesses protesting. Hey, can you guys get the cops here for us and, disperse all these people? And instead, what happens? A witness is given to the police community.
Yeah. By backing restrictive legislation or by using the sword of the state. Bigotry, intolerance, and hatred are shown by employing these methods against others. In predominantly Catholic lands such as Spain, South America, Quebec, and so forth, there have been thousands of authenticated instances of such bigotry and intolerance against Jehovah's Witnesses by the Catholic Church in the banning, mobbing, and persecution of these peaceful ministers. Now, while Mike laughs here, I'm going to insert this clip.
Just over 1,100 victims of child sex abuse in Australia covered up by the organisation. What do you think about that? Do you think that that's disgusting?
I don't want to be recorded.
Disgusting.
I don't want to be recorded.
Well, unfortunately, you are recorded. Sorry.
I have legally asked you not to record me.
Legally.
That's scary. This is an elder pointing a knife at Mark. Mark, you be careful. These guys are getting vicious.
They are getting vicious.
Now, I want to finish this article with the last paragraph. The next time Jehovah's Witnesses call at your home, keep in mind that they are doing what you should be doing. No, Jehovah's Witnesses do not hate Catholics or those who practice any other religion, but show them great love by going out of their way to talk to them about God and His purposes.
And yet, this entire vast apostate army, ex-Jehovah's Witnesses, are trying to talk to you members to show you the absolute danger that you're in by following this organization's rules. And yet, what do? You run away, I don't want to hear blah, 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 blah.
Or point a knife at them.
Yeah, I see what happens in your kingdom halls when somebody from the vast apostate army goes in there and they stand up and they start talking. I mean, I've seen them. Oh my God. Or that one video we watched where that pedophile in that state was going from door to door and somebody approached that pedophile. Hey, aren't you so-and-so? Aren't you convicted? And then he turns his recording device and in the car, here's this guy got his fingers in the air. Yeah, I see how afraid you Jehovah's Witnesses are. I know how afraid you Jehovah's Witnesses are. Make no mistake about it, Watchtower, when I expose your deepest secret. Make no mistake about what I'm about to do to you guys.
So Mikey has a quote here that, like he said, was in this article that...
Baleism, 1958.
Okay.
It talks about how the Bale worshippers were very materialistic people.
Okay, so it is... Got a post-it note. Okay, October 15th, 1958, page 622.
So, as they're talking about Bale worshippers, this is what Watchtower has the audacity to write.
This is disgusting. You know, little kids would be reading this.
Yeah. Mommy, What does this mean? Could you explain this to me, Daddy? All right. The city or state community was married to its local Bale. It was thus fertilized to produce. Individuals were merely part of the collective, whole subject to Bale's forces. Bale to them was a real, materialistic, dynamic force to energize. It was just like a husband who brings to sexual fulfillment and, so to speak, energizes his wife.
Kid you not, guys. This is the hard copy.
That's it. Who energizes his wife. So their great god Bale could energize the soil to produce vegetation, and their local Bale could energize a living community of men and beasts.
That's in the right-hand column, about in the middle.
Do you guys not see the absolute Looney Tuneville that these writers have produced in these bullshit magazines? I mean, Daddy, what does it mean to bring sexual fulfillment to Mommy and energize Mommy? What does that mean, Daddy? or better, it should be read, this is just like a husband who fails to bring sexual fulfillment to his wife. I mean, come on, Watchtower. Come on. This is the bullshit that you've tried to indoctrinate all of us with. And yet everything that you've said and done in these magazines that point the finger elsewhere is exactly what you guys are doing.
That's why I wore this shirt this morning, because if only sarcasm burned calories.
Yeah.
We'd be skinny, wouldn't we?
Yes, we would. Yes. So anyhow, I guess, is that about it for these laughs?
That is it.
Okay, so we're
about
gonna,
enough fun and giggles I can take.
Yeah, so I guess what we're going to do now is just give you a little tiny preview of what we recorded yesterday, kind of give you a little taste about what we're doing with this next video. And again, guys, I cannot emphasize enough that you'll want to watch this particular video and what I uncover using scripture, and I will show you Watchtower's deepest secret.
Well, it's not so deep anymore because a lot of us have already guessed that this is actually a satanic cult.
But the thing is we've done that with instinct. I have scriptural proof that Watchtower admits this. Scriptural proof.
Thank you so much, everyone, for everything, your comments and emails, and yes, I'm way behind on emails.
Let's just reveal it.
I forget which video we had done, and the next morning we woke up, and along with the 200 old emails, all of the new emails in like one day, I had 479 emails in my inbox.
79 or 75?
479.
Oh, okay. Well, for those of you that I told was 475 on the phone, I was wrong.
Yeah, 479. So it's going to take me a little bit, and because we've been working on some other stuff. So thank you for your patience. Appreciate it. And guess we better get to work, huh?
Yeah, so enjoy the preview.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
So, for 30 years I've been involved in the rendezvous world, debunking misinformation. Sometimes misleading information and sometimes outright lies. And it's always been framed with the words, period, correct. So for 30 years I've already been doing the research with this period to determine truly what is period correct and what is not, and what is misleading information. So I'd like to share some of that with you next to this nice warm fire.